That money wrongly taken by federal government in settlement of federal debts from the purse of state governments and local government. That's the meaning of Paris Club. So Paris Club is not a dash, it's not a gift. Neither is it a loan by federal government. It's simply paying back what was illegally deducted from the federation account, which all of us, state, local government, and federal, has a stake in, and using it to pay only the federal debt. And governors over time, over years, have been struggling for this fund, and the matter was supposed to go to court or Supreme Court when federal government and state agreed to settle out of court. This is many years before some of us became governors. So it's been a lingering issue over the time. And we tried with all former presidents. Nobody gave an ear to this until the coming of President Muhammad Buhari, which was like a light, the dark end of the tunnel of these controversies. So we were very happy that President Buhari was able to agree to settle part of this whole debt owed to the states. And states owe, actually. So the Paris Club must be properly understood that it's not a gratia, it's not a gift, it's not a dash, it's not a loan. It's simply paying back what federal government owes the states. And we reached an understanding with federal government as to the terms of payment and how these loans will be paid. And we agreed that 25% of the amount should be settled in the first batch. The 25% of the amount, only 50% of it was paid at the first instance. That's what has been the whole hula-baloo, if you like to use the word. Then the remaining part of the 25%, which is 12.5%, is what is being approved now for payment. And that approval we had was for agreement for the 25%. So only part of it was released. And now the final part, we're hoping, with the kind approval of the acting president, that the money will be released to meet up the state obligations. My brother did mention about the issue of, what language did he use? The issue of fraud. Well, you see, there's never been any fraud. And what is the fraud, really? Fraud that the money was not paid, or the money was paid and governors took it, or fraud. I don't know where governors come into this fraud. But let me explain for purpose of making the press understand this once and for all. Is that during this whole struggle, many states, almost all 95% of the states, engage consultants at their state level. And most of them charge 25%, 30%, 15%, even before some of us became governor. The list we saw then was 15%. And then we came to the Governors Forum and said, this is not right. This is really the fraud we're talking about. Can we do a centralized consultancy arrangement to bring down the price? And that was when we arrived at 5% rather than the 30%, 25%, and court cases everywhere. That's the whole issue. There has not been any issue of fraud. Neither was any governor found to have paid the money. But I think the issue they've always raised was the issue of the consultants, and I don't even know, but we're waiting.